I used to call Bob Craig the Great One because he was simply the best that we had to offer. World-class mountaineer, Hall of Fame skier, first director of Aspen Institute, and of course the founder of the Keystone Policy Center.
I'll never forget the first time I saw him. He was late for a meeting. He came walking into the meeting wearing cowboy boots, jeans, an Aspen belt buckle, a bow tie, tweed jacket, and he just said, "I just came up the mountain. Sorry I'm late."
Bob was an observer and a listener. A lot of people would comment that Bob didn't talk very much, but he listened a lot. And when he said something, it was thoughtful and present.
Despite all of his many accomplishments, when you met with him, he was much more interested in learning about you than in telling tales of his prowess. I love that.
Well, he was very, very cordial, very open, really very smart about so many issues. And he knew how important it was to have people come together and talk about things. He understood that not everybody knew everything about everything, and that they could learn from each other.
You know, Bob pioneered the process of non-adversarial conflict resolution, which really affected many of us in our lives. Bob taught us to find consensus, listen to people well, and then try to move that towards some kind of convergence of discussion.
At a time of polarization, it's so obvious today, but he recognized the need to find ways that you could bring people together for the little Venn diagram part where they have a common interest and might get something done. And he recognized that, and that the potential and importance of that 50 years ago.
And he just knew that if he set people down and had them talk with each other and listen to each other, that they could learn from each other and find a way to go forward that maybe they never thought they could before because they didn't know everything.
He persisted and assembled people around the country and around the world who shared those beliefs or were willing to entertain the idea that something positive could be done.
There are lots of groups now that facilitate and seek bipartisan approaches to difficult issues, but I don't see that spirit of cooperation and level of success that Bob Craig has generated with the Keystone Policy Center.
Bob told me many times that the Keystone Center was his chance to create something that would last beyond himself. He wanted his idea that something was expansive enough that other people could be involved and feel a part of it and continue it beyond him.
I think in collaboration, you try to find people who have the talent and have the knowledge, who in the process of collaboration contribute something. So I think that the standard of people that you bring to the table in what we call the Keystone process is ultimately the most important, one of the most important elements of the whole process. And out of that, collaboration then emerges as something, can emerge as something significant.